Hello everyone and welcome once again to another exciting episode of Being Belema. If you are joining me for the very first time, I am yours truly, Theodora Belema. And to all my superstar subscribers, my superstar family, thank you for always being here for me. Thank you for your love and your support. I appreciate. So today it's more of a chit chat video. Some of you have been have had questions on your mind, and sometimes when people who know me or like who knew me before see me now and get to hear about the accident, one of the first things they do is they begin to send me scriptural passages, they begin to send me videos on healing messages. Okay, I see, you understand what I'm talking about. And those are really beautiful things. And to everyone who has done that, thank you. For everyone who has ever prayed with me and encouraged me, I want to say a very big thank you to you. People often wonder, you are a Christian, you attend a faith-based church, you're Bible believing. Do you have faith to be healed? That's a very big question. And and most times people, when they send me these messages, they just expect that the next day they hear that I'm already walking. The next day they hear that, oh, suddenly I'm running. And yes, it's good. And yes, I do have faith to be healed. I believe in Jesus as the healer. And I believe that I will walk again. So I have faith to believe in God that I'm going to walk again. That brings me to the second question. So if you believe you can be healed, you believe Jesus is the healer, and you say you have faith to be healed, and you have prayed or have been prayed for, why aren't you walking? Do you really have faith? Yes, so sometimes faith happens instantly, and some other times faith is a process, like in Father Abraham's case. God promised him Isaac, and Isaac didn't show up until several years later. So I'm not the only one. Don't look at me. Even Father Abraham, who is the father of faith, So sometimes faith is a process. And what happens with the process is that, when you're waiting on God for the miracle to be made manifest in the flesh, for the faith to be made manifest in flesh, for people to see the miracle has happened, in that period, God uses you to encourage other people who are waiting on him. And also, while you are waiting, can you keep having faith while you wait? Because sometimes people get weak and they get weary in the waiting process. Can you keep having faith? So sometimes the test of what we profess as Christians and the trust. Do you really trust God even when things are not going the way you want them to be? So faith is a process where God builds our character and enlarges as a tool to enlarge our capacity to keep believing. And believe you me, I am loving and enjoying this moment of waiting on God. Yes, there are times when it can be a bit, God. Abraham believed. He hoped against hope. Feel me? So I'm not alone in this. And yes, if you're going through any situation right now and you're waiting on God for something, it's just not coming, do not let anybody make you feel like you're less of a Christian. You are not. You are waiting on your Father. It's a family affair. People have this habit of, it's well with you. Oh, don't worry. I mean, I'm serious now. This is my game face. People should really stop making people feel less of Christians because their miracle that they are expecting, that the way you expect me to have my miracle is not the same way God is going to bring the miracle. Feel me? I love you. I just had to say that. Okay, so that brings us to question number 3. What has been the most difficult thing or most difficult situation? Yeah, that's true. I had this experience. I said I was going to become a classical opera singer. and I'd gotten admission into the Muson Diploma School of Music, I had everything planned out, like everything, my 2 months goal, like I had everything planned out. And so my recital was supposed to be on the 8th of June 2017. Remember, my accident was in 2016, so my recital was supposed to be 8th of June 2017, and I just didn't get to do the recital. So I was going through status one day, and I saw this amazing soprano singer, soprano too, and I'm soprano, she's soprano, and she's kind of like my height, we look alike a bit, not like really. So, but I just saw her sing all of the songs I wanted to sing for my recital. It was a tormenting moment in my life. Everything just came back. Like, everything came back immediately. My plan, what I had lost, everything. And, it took me a while to get over it. I had to speak to my voice coach. Shout out to you, JP. I had to speak to my voice coach, and we walked through it. He said it's just normal. It's something, but that was really difficult. But then, other than that, whenever I get into a situation that is supposed to be difficult, I don't look at it like a problem per se. I just look at it that this is something that's up for me to find a solution to. Like something presents itself for me to give a solution, and that's how I go about it. And yes, before I forget, I have conscripted a lot of people to help me do a lot of things that I can't do by myself. Maybe go up a flight of stairs, they just carry me, help me. And most times after I ask for help, I really don't look at the official expression. Sometimes it doesn't help because some people are not very, they don't really smile, but I just ask for the help and they help me graciously. But in my experience, I have found out that most people want to help me, and they are very eager to help, and they are always happy helping. And that brings us to the next question. What is your favorite part, the best thing of using a wheelchair for now? That would be VIP access. I'm going to tell you the truth. We're a community. You're my tribe. I love you. The best part about it's really wonderful. I won't say you should try it sometimes, but you should be with me when I try it. You're going to be very proud of me. Sometimes I go to the ATM or there's a really long queue for something, and I just roll to the front and be like, excuse me, y'all, the lady in the wheelchair is here, and I'm next in line for a miracle. I just go. VIP access is wonderful, it's beautiful. I don't have to stay on queues. I really shouldn't. And not just for me, for amputees, people who use crutches, people who, pregnant women, elderly people with visual impairments. Really, do you really want us to be on the queue? It makes life so much easier for us. So VIP access, touchdown. And I'm really going to miss it when I start working. I will work again, and I'm going to miss VIP access. For the fifth and maybe the last question, I don't know, I might just add one more, I might just throw one more in. What's the worst misconception? Funny story. So we went for evangelism in church, and usually we go out as a group, and then we divide ourselves into teams and then into sub-teams. So I was with my partner that day, and we are sharing the love of Jesus, with the brethren on the street, And then I beckon on this young man. I'm like, hello, excuse me, brother, And then he just folded 100 naira note into my hand. I'm like, no, that's how I called you. Good. Like, that's how I called you. And then he said, oh, sorry. Oh, good. And so, I shared the love of Jesus with him. He accepted the love of Jesus. So some people passed again, I spoke to them. And then another brother comes along. and gives me 500 naira this time. I'm like, bros, no, that's really not why I called you. That's not why I called you. But he was a bit embarrassed. He said, no, boy, you can't still have it. I said, no, we went back and forth with, that's not why I called you. No, boy, you can't still have it. That's not why I called you. Like, so, and then I shared the love of Jesus with him. After that day, I really felt, like, now, get me right, please. I'm not trying to spoil market for people. I'm all for giving people in wheelchair money, but I mean, can we really start with like 5,000? I mean, like if you see me on the road and you're like, oh, 5,000, 10,000, 20, you can even ask for my account number. I won't be that proud. I won't be that proud. I will give you so we can do cashless. Oh my God! So that's one very bad. That's it comes with it. So if I am somewhere, I am really careful the way, just so I don't pass the wrong message. And one for the road. One last question. I promise you, the last one. Have I been discriminated against? Yes, I have been discriminated against. And why don't we make that the next video? But sadly, I've been discriminated against, but I'll tell you all about that in the next video. And with that, it's a wrap. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Being Belema. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'm certain you did, why don't you just hit the like button, share, subscribe, and leave a comment for Belema Superstar. I love you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Being Belema, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment in the section below. Thank you. This is me signing out. Bye-bye. I love you.